my first 8 years, I covered the Nuggets, and I got Melo and AI.
I mean, how?
And to see them two play together, man, it was like traveling with a rock band. There was always a lot more women in the crowd for their games.
Welcome back to the OGs. It is once again a Playmaker original presented by DraftKings. UD, we got a good one in the building, man.
CSE brother.
He's going to educate us for a little bit.
Sorry, we ain't left, but we CSE over here. But it's all love. You feel me? It's all love over here, killer. You feel me?
I love you, brother. Both of y'all, man. I'm so honored to be here.
Appreciate it. But before we get going, though, Kurt Gotti Award winner, ESPN Senior NBA Writer, Anscape OG.
Man.
By the way, done some great pieces now.
Yeah.
On my guys, too.
Yeah.
I might have to be on your payroll.
Hey, we can do it.
He got the money now, I tell you
got
that.
great guys, so
We got some
I'm
good
going
ones.
to keep going to that well.
No, we appreciate you doing that stuff, man. But one of the most respected storytellers in sports today, man. Marc, we appreciate you coming on, bro. For real.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
Thank you, man.
Both of y'all, I love you both. I've been seeing you guys since you was babies. Watch you grow. And to survive past basketball and do what y'all are doing, like, I hope you guys understand that ain't easy, even though y'all make it look easy, and I want to give you guys flowers on that, because there's a lot of people that fell off and or not involved and couldn't figure out a way. And for you to be an agent and for you to be a media star and a business star, like, you guys milked the NBA and you guys squeezed it like a sponge and took everything you could out of it. And that is not easy to do. So I'm just impressed with both you guys and what you guys, the empire that you guys have built. So I'm take a bow for yourself.
Appreciate it,
because
man.
like what you guys have done is build a foundation for other NBA players. Because you guys were both really good players, but respectfully, you guys weren't Iverson or LeBron.
for sure.
So when you're not the guy, it's harder
To carry it on, yes.
It's harder to eat.
Yep.
You know. So you guys got buffets now.
Well, we
So
appreciate
just love you both and really, I'm not even gonna say I'm proud. I'm gonna just say impressed.
We appreciate it. That means a lot,
by
man.
what you guys are building.
That means a lot, for real. It means a lot.
And honestly, you know, I'm sure Killer feels the same way, but, you know, obviously thankful for the relationship that we have.
Yeah.
You know, you've managed to maintain your authenticity and still have genuine relationships with the players.
Yeah.
And owners and different things like that. And oftentimes, as I've gotten on this side, I've seen people compromise those things a lot. And you haven't done that. And I respect that so much about you.
There's
Might
only
have
a
got me a
chance.
couple more dollars if I did that.
There's only a handful. There's
Yeah,
only a handful
man,
of people that can do that.
Yo, when you reach out, when Marc Spears reach out, we respond.
Yeah.
And that's not to everybody.
Well, thank
and that's
you.
not the case. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the other side of it. Let's talk about the personal side of it, and we don't have to get into it, but just the mentorship and the personal conversation that we've had that has nothing to do with basketball or sports that me and you have had. So
And it's
I
honest.
appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking
and it's
the time.
honest. It's always gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking the time, brother. So
And you
we gotta
come,
give you
hey,
your flowers.
I work with dudes. I'm not gonna say no names that they just like show up. I played NBA. I'm gonna just talk. This dude, I come in to talk to the producers. He already in there.
Yeah.
Let's cut this tape here. I need these statistics. I'm like, oh, he doing it just like he did with the Heat.
You
Same
get out the
mentality.
mud every time.
Every all these guys. I ain't saying no names, but all them. He come ready.
Yeah, no, he gonna be
Appreciate
ready.
that.
If he got a take, he
gonna let you know about it.
ain't
too.
just going off. He ain't freestyling. He didn't research because your name's on it,
Yeah,
No doubt.
very
and
much
you
so.
respect that.
Very much so. Very
well,
much
I
so.
watch you work. It's fun to watch.
Thank you.
Well, listen, man. Like we talk about the media side, and like I said, we appreciate that. That was awesome. But talk about some of the stuff growing up for you. because you were a hooper too.
Yeah.
You grew up in the Bay. Talk about growing up, how basketball changed that, or how basketball took you and directed you, and then, you know, obviously where we're at now.
Yeah, so I grew up in San Jose, California, where all sports were like big, right?
Okay.
Like my mom put me in, my first sport was soccer when I was in first grade. And I actually loved baseball first. Like baseball was my first love. Just getting there in a little league Saturday morning.
Yeah. I'm a baseball dad. I love it. I love it, going to games.
Get the big league shoe with sunflower seeds. You play your game. You still sit there all day. That was like so much fun to me. But around 5th grade, like I started getting into basketball at like my elementary school. Like I wasn't no big basketball guy, but like these dudes convinced me to play because I was tall. And I was like, yo, this is the first sport where I kind of felt like my height was at an advantage. And I made an impact in the game without even really knowing how to play the game. And I don't know why, but I just like fell in love with basketball. And then eventually I moved out got rid of football a couple years later, and baseball, soccer, like I pushed all these eventually to the side. But like I love basketball, fell in love with basketball hard, like really quick. And so like my first thing was I convinced my parents to let me go to San Jose State basketball camp when I was in the 6th grade. And it was a summer camp, and it was amazing. And they had a player on their team that was a Pan Am All-American and was on an All-American Playboy team. Like, I didn't get to see that Playboy at the time.
I was going to say All-American Playboy.
Unless one of my, my
you
dad.
missed out on that, Killer. Was you All-American Playboy?
No, but I wish I would have been.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I'm not even put my dad out there. Somebody had an extra mag, and maybe I would have saw it, but his name was Ricky Berry. Kenny Smith played with him with the Sacramento Kings, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this name. It wasn't Rick Berry, it's Ricky Berry. He was a ball boy from Magic Johnson at Michigan State. His dad, Bill Berry, had coached there, but then he went to San Jose State. 6'8", 2. Kenny
6'8"
Smith,
shooting guard. That sound like you, Killer. 6'8" shooting
guard.
Yeah.
And he shot like you. And Kenny Smith called him Reggie Miller with a handle.
Damn.
Wow.
So he was cold, and he was in college at the time. So I was like, I idolized him, like, because I could touch him.
And this is when you were at summer camp.
In the summer camp, like, I was like, oh, this dude is that guy, you know?
Yes.
So I, like, fell in love with him, and he had this thing, though, where he said at camp, ain't nobody could steal the ball from me. So I didn't care what I did the rest of that camp. I was going to steal the ball from him. That's my whole goal of that whole week. And one day, he was just standing there with the ball, and I ran by, and I just took it. And I couldn't dribble it. I just took off running to all the campers. Like, yeah. Yeah. And then after that, he, like, liked me and respected me and came to my dorm room at night, and, like, Ricky Berry, like, could walk on water to me.
Wow.
And so I ended up wearing 34 because of him. And people thought I wore it because of Barkley. No, I wore it because of Ricky Berry. But he made the all-rookie team when I was in high school, and 88, 89 season, he made the all-rookie team. He had 8 threes in a game during that. Like, think about that, 88, 89, you hitting 8 threes in a game.
It's like making 16 right now.
Yeah. And I think he was, like, basically going to be the face of the franchise, future superstar.
What team is this?
Sacramento Kings. And played with Kenny Smith. And then, I'm fast-forwarding because I wanted – I went to the pump camp when I was in high
Pumps.
school. Yeah, so that's
they've been doing it a long time.
I was one of the first pump camps. We were outside playing.
Yeah.
And then me and Monty Buckley. Do you remember Monty Buckley? He played at Cal. They brought us, because he was from Sacramento, they brought us into a room just out of nowhere. And me and Monty were like, what did we do? Did we get in trouble? And they're like, no, we just wanted to tell you something because we know he's a friend of yours, but Ricky Berry committed suicide.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you guys know this story.
No, please. We didn't know this story.
Yeah. Oh. So he only played 1 season in the NBA, and he committed suicide. Like this, it's probably worthy of a documentary.
No doubt. Yeah. Wow. Did they ever say?
I didn't expect the story to end like that.
No,
when you were telling it. I didn't see that coming. Wow.
So I'm like going into my senior year of high school. This is my guy. This is my idol.
Yeah.
From 6th grade, my mom wanted me to change my number, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna rock with him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rock with him.
memory.
I got kind of privy to a lot of information later.
What was the story behind it? I know you know.
I know.
I didn't want to ask.
You've written about it?
Yeah, it was.
So if you wrote about it, then you can
what
tell us.
What platform was it you read about it on?
On Anscape. No, I was privy to a letter, and he was estranged with his wife in the pressure of his marriage. So young, I think, got to be too heavy for him. But he was like the first. He still, as I'm still talking about him now. This happened in '89.
Getting his flowers today.
Yeah,
Get your flowers
Ricky
today,
Berry,
Ricky
man,
Berry.
and his
Get your
dad,
flowers
Bill
today.
Berry. Like, if he hadn't gotten fired from San Jose State the next year, I probably would have went out of high school and played for him. But no, going back, I loved the game of basketball, and we didn't have a hoop. San Jose wasn't really like a basketball city, so I don't know where it was where you guys were like, where every mile there was a basketball court. It wasn't like that.
You can find a football field
everywhere
everywhere in Miami, but you can find much basketball.
Football wasn't basketball. So there was this lady around the corner who had a hoop on the front of her house, and I basically knew her kids and asked her if I could shoot at her house. And so I would go out there with my ball and shoot and be there for hours, and she was nice enough to not leave her car in the driveway. One day she was gone, and I was awful shooting. Never was a great shooter, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I shot 65% my last year for a reason, because I dunks and layups.
Dunks and layups. High percentage shots. High percentage shots.
I was, yeah.
And self-awareness.
But the ball kept bouncing into the next neighbor's garden. Lady called the police on me. I'm in the 6th grade, bro. I'm just falling in love with the game. And the police came, and they're like, why are you here? And I'm like, I'm playing. And my dad taught me how to be respectful. I'm like, I got permission to play here. Yeah. But where's the lady at? She's not here right now. Well, you have to leave. I'm like, but why? I have permission to play here, sir. And if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you.
6th grader shooting basketball.
So this. Let me just ask. This was a racism thing.
Perhaps.
Because I'm just saying. I ain't never been where
you're
from.
going to arrest a 6th grader shooting basketball.
Yeah, just shooting
like,
basketball. And you called the police.
Bringing me in, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, this got to be.
Right? What do you do?
Yeah, this got to be
You shoot basketball. So I literally took my ball and went home, right? And so I'm at home. My pops came in, and he saw me, and he like, why's your lip poked out, boy? I don't know if y'all say that to your kids or anything. Like, why's your lip poked out, boy? And I told him, and the look like he had is like my look now. I think he envisioned me being in a police station over this.
Yeah.
Black father, really like tough man, strong man. He didn't say anything. He got in his car and he left. I'm like, okay. About 45 minutes later, and he was a great handyman. He came back with a backboard, a rim,
and
a net.
Come on, man.
And I'm almost getting choked up thinking about it.
Man.
And he put it on the
come on, man,
on our garage. And he's like, you got a place to play now, son.
That's beautiful.
How great's that?
That's beautiful.
So after that, like, basketball just took off for me, because I wasn't no kid where I always had to be around people, or I was a follower. I had the basketball, I had the rim, I was at home. Yeah. I could open up the garage, turn a light on in the garage, and shoot at night. I was good.
UD, this is our MLB segment presented by DraftKings. We're going futures on the NL East 2025 division winners. I picked the NL East for a particular reason. One, because that dope-ass hat you have on.
Yes.
And your team plays in that thing.
Yes.
I want to see if you're seriously loyal to the soil. Are you picking the Miami Marlins at plus 6 million? That's a good question. I'm gonna tell you why.
But if I win, I'm gonna win a lot of. I'm gonna win a ton of bread.
Yes, you're gonna win a ton of bread.
A ton of bread. Yes, I'm going with the Marlins killer up.
But if what's the saying?
If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
You goddamn skippy.
I mean, leading up to they won about 10 or 11 in a row. As of late, they're about 5 out of their last 10. We about 500. So that would make us about 15 out of our last 20, which is not bad. So yeah, I'm still riding with the Marlins, dog. Why wouldn't I? I mean, I got the hat on.
I respect it because the Marlins are. I can't really see it on the screen right now, but it looks like a plus 6,000.
Plus 6,000.
Maybe a 6
plus 6,000. I can see it.
Okay.
I can see it's plus 6,000.
So you're gonna win a lot of bread.
We ain't the worst.
No.
Look at the Nationals.
No, you definitely ain't the worst. I'm gonna go with the old New York Mets.
Of
plus 100.
Of course you are. Juan Soto, Pete Alonso. Like, of course
gotta,
you are,
They got to
Mike.
win, Coach. They put a lot of money in that team. They got to win.
Of course you are.
So just so everyone's aware, I'm taking the New York Mets at plus 100 to win the NL East.
And I'm taking the Miami Marlins at
UD's just burning his money.
plus 60,000. Listen,
I ain't
fine.
gonna lie to you, Coach.
It ain't
That's
burning my
one
money
thing
because I ain't got to put a lot of money.
No, it's one thing I respect about you. You're always gonna go for your road dogs. There's no question about it. Miami Marlins, I'm praying for you. I hope you all do win.
If South Dakota had a team, you'd do the same thing.
You damn skippy.
I promise you, you would.
Damn skippy. So that's it. That's our MLB at DraftKings. There's a potential to make a ton of money. Go do it. Follow my lead. Don't follow UD.
Bet on the Marlins.
Get the ass out. Mets, NL East.
Go Marlins.
Bye. So that takes you to JUCO.
No.
So at this point, journalism, writing, none of this is even in your. You ain't even processing none of this. This ain't even a thought.
Yes and no.
Okay, so a little bit.
Yeah, because I was in love with sports, like all sports, and we would get the newspaper every day. I would just read the sports page, or what movies was coming out, or something like that. But I asked my dad for a Sports Illustrated subscription when I was in elementary school, and junior high. So here's where I woke up. You know, every kid has these NBA dreams, but I was like a realistic kid. So I'm dating myself, but in 1984, I read a Sports Illustrated stat that said less than 2% of all college basketball players make it to the NBA. Now, granted, like, expansion ain't happened yet, so there's less teams, right?
Yeah.
What is there, like 24 teams maybe?
Yeah.
And that, like, really hit me, like, oh, wow. So, coincidentally, in the 7th grade at that time, thank you, a guy from the Golden State Warriors must have been dating one of my teachers in San Jose, because it's about a 40-minute drive. He'd be like having a career day for your school in Fort Lauderdale, but the teachers from like Miami, South Beach, like, why you coming way out here, right? Like, he must have been dating one of my teachers.
Got to be a reason he's out here.
Yeah, like what?
We know the reason.
Or lost, yeah. And I went to listen to him because I'm like, shoot, I might get free Warriors tickets or a T-shirt or bumper sticker or something. And he ain't had none of that, but
he
didn't get a bumper sticker, huh?
But no, I didn't. But he changed my life because I'm sitting there in the classroom, and it was like God told him to ask me what I want to do when I grew up. So he asked me, and I was like, I want to play for y'all. Like, I was like real excited, but I had that stat in the back of my head, and he's like, well, what if you got hurt? Or what if you have a short career? Or, you know, what if you don't make it? What are you going to do? Oh, no. And he said, son, my advice to you is if you can combine what you love most in life with what you do best in school, you'll find a job you're happy with every day.
Wow.
Incredible advice to get
Pretty
a
good. I was
seventh
gonna say
grader,
it's
right?
pretty good, yeah.
And I was in this course called Horizons at my junior high, which was like for really creative kids. So the next day, our teacher said, all right, after career day is over, you guys got to write somebody in a field that you're interested in. And I thought about what the man said. Well, I suck in science, suck in math. I could write, though. I could write my ass off. I was a dude that would take the essay test instead of the multiple choice. Yeah, I was that weird kid. Yeah. And then I love sports. And I put 2 and 2 together based on that formula the man gave me. And I was like, if I can't play in the NBA, if I can't play in NFL, if I can't play in the World Series, next best thing is to be there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
7th grader.
No doubt. That's wild.
I said, why not be a sports writer?
Sure.
So I wrote a letter to a man named Marc Purdy, who was basically the star columnist for the San Jose Mercury News. Like, I wrote a letter, bro.
It's
As a 7th grader.
I'm in 7th grade.
Wow.
I wrote him a letter. He sent me a letter back. telling me everything to do from 7th grade through college to be a sports
No
writer.
way.
So I got a cheat code in the 7th grade. If that man don't write me back, I'm not sitting here.
Wow.
Maybe I'm not sitting here. So he said, in the 7th grade, I want you to write on the school paper, the school newspaper. So I've been writing in the paper since 7th grade. I covered our 8th grade flag football team. So Marc J. Spears was a 7th grader's decision.
Wow.
The J period, I thought it looked cool, so I did the J period. And then in high school, he said, take all the top English classes, take all the top typing classes, school yearbook or school paper. I did all that. College, he said, write on the school paper, but get as many internships as possible. So by the time I did graduate from college, I wrote on the school paper every year. I joined the National Association of Black Journalists. I interned for free for the San Jose Metro. Then I got a paid internship at the Grand Rapids Press, where I wrote about a boxer named Floyd Mayweather, who was 18.
Man.
Come on, man.
I covered the U.S. Olympic Festival.
Come on,
Did you
man.
guys playing that?
Come on, man.
He might
I
have played
did.
in it.
You did?
Yeah,
You remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's dope. They should bring that back.
I agree. I agree.
I
And
was
then,
at the park.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
getting it out the mud.
yeah.
Playing
And
for
then
lunch money.
I got to cover a Cubs game and a Detroit Lions practice when I was in college. So think about how my resume is growing.
Yeah.
Not as a basketball player,
Yeah.
as a writer. And then after I graduated from San Jose State, I interned at the Dallas Morning News, who had the best sports page in the country at the time. So I was on a list of kids of color, top 20 kids. So I was like a first-round pick
Wow.
from a
A
journalism standpoint,
for sure.
right?
Lottery
And-
pick.
That's crazy.
And I actually got a call about playing in, obviously we're dancing around,
Yeah.
but to go play in Mexico.
Hell no.
And
Hell no.
I was like, that actually sound fun, you know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
But I had gotten a job covering Arkansas's football and basketball team out of college, so I was like, I'm gonna give up my pro basketball
Arkansas, you
career.
said? You said Arkansas? Was this Nolan Richardson? Was Arkansas? Was that Nolan Richardson?
Yeah.
Richardson. That was my
I-
first
Wow.
job.
Mark, I want you to touch on that.
Yo.
I want you to touch on that though, because
That's
you talked-
dope.
He said something before we got on here that I think everyone should hear is one, you were actually playing, you were writing about, and kind of got some pushback on it, right?
Yeah. Well, so I played 2 years at a junior college called Foothill College. And then
Where's that located at?
Los
Foothill?
Altos Hills, California, down the street from Stanford University.
Okay.
So my grades weren't the greatest in high school. I had a 2.2 GPA, bro.
Yeah, about right. That's
Columbia
about lined up with me.
University wanted me. And that's when I woke up. Like, we want you to come to Columbia University, play in the Ivy League. They actually had the best journalism school in the country at the time. I sent them my transcript, and they're like,
Mark, take your ass to
yeah,
JUCO.
yeah. And I was like, it was a wake-up call because I was like, yo, they didn't turn me down because I couldn't play.
Yeah.
They turned me down because of my grades, but I was a product of my environment where my school was in Eastside San Jose. When we first started, they were telling us about doing trades.
Oh.
Like the career lady was
Yeah.
talking about you can be in the service, you can
Yeah.
fix cars,
Yeah.
you can be a
Electrician.
handyman. They had shop,
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
shop
yeah, yeah,
class?
shop
Like, what the
class.
hell? Shop-
Pigeonhole the hell out y'all, ain't it?
So
Damn.
nobody
Be a
told
mechanic?
me, like, I was like, as long as I get all C's and get A and PE, I'll be eligible.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what I need to do to be eligible,
Exactly. I know that feeling.
right? What do I
Kids at
need-
home don't listen, but that's what we was doing.
Yeah, like, what do I need to, I just need a 2.0? Okay. As long as I got over 2.0, and I didn't know that it would hurt. So I went the junior college route. Just had an okay junior college career. I was actually supposed to play at Tuskegee Institute.
Oh.
Turned down a couple other scholarships to play there. And then the coach got fired. So the coach at Tuskegee called the coach at University of District of Columbia, which is a small HBCU in DC. Not a lot of funding there. I was going to walk on at Santa Clara and play with Nash.
Ooh.
I was already in. I knew the coach. Try to work my way into getting a scholarship there. My mom goes on a business trip to DC, and she comes back. And my cousin and I played in junior college together. My cousin Hasim Patterson, and my mom says, looks at him. I talked to your mother. I'm your mother. Here's 2 scholarships to the University of DC. They're full scholarships. Y'all signing them.
Oh, damn.
Steve Nash, Santa Clara.
Bye.
Deuces.
So I signed it, and I knew something was going to be crazy when I landed in DC. And the coach took us to Popeyes to get lunch.
Chocolate City.
And he said he couldn't pay for our lunch because it could be an NCAA violation. I said, oh, this is going to be bad.
Popeyes?
Popeyes, bro. I'm like, come on, man. Ain't nobody watching this here.
Ain't nobody worried about
And
no
I
damn
almost went back to
Popeyes,
the airport
man.
right then. And the experience wasn't the best. The journalism program was bad. Our uniforms didn't show up to midseason. We lost 7 players because of grades and injuries. Our coach was messing with our scorekeeper.
Oh, Lord have
The
mercy.
cheerleaders quit halfway through the season because he said they looked like ugly bitches.
Oh,
Like, it was like crazy, man. Like,
you cheering for a team with no uniforms. You want to get the uniforms to halfway through the season.
We played against HBCU, so they killing us.
Oh,
And we
man.
played against North Carolina Central. I remember I had this nice dunk.
yeah.
Grant Hill was at the game.
Mm.
And Andrew Lang, was it Andrew
Oh, yeah.
Lang?
Andrew Lang, I remember that.
They were at the game, so I told Grant about that. Yeah, like, you was at the game, I had this nice dunk. And Grant goes, oh, you remember your dunks? Just crushed me, man. So, obviously, like, I'm not going to the NBA, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you remember your dunks?
Yeah, he's like, you remember your dunks? And so, they were only offering 2 of my classes going into my senior year. And I played with Amadou Fall, who now runs the Basketball Africa League. We
Yeah.
were teammates. And he broke his wrist, so he didn't play most of the season. So they were only offering 2 of my classes going into my senior year. I was going to take classes, the other 3 classes I needed at Howard, $1,500. They refused to pay for it.
What school this is?
And I was starting.
This school still out here?
Yeah, University of District of Columbia. Yeah.
Probably doing a little better.
And
now.
I had 32. My last game, I'm like finally cooking and everything. I'm like, bro, I just had 32.
They were
Like-
you're not in tune with your star player.
And
No question.
I left. New coach came in. He was trying to change it. So I got offered a scholarship at Sac State, NAIA school called Biola Christian School. They said we couldn't fool with girls there. I like, coach,
Yeah, that was it. You're a college,
I just
you a
started
college
having fun
man.
in life,
You're
man.
a college man.
I just figured that part out.
Yeah,
you're
coach,
a
come
college
on, man.
boy.
You can't
Hell
turn off
no.
that faucet right
No
now.
question.
So I just like, I don't think that's going to work, coach. Then Pacific was interested, but my high school coach convinced me to go talk to San Jose State. Grew up in San Jose. I love San Jose State. I still love Ricky Berry. I always love Ricky Berry. His number's retired. Tariq Abdul-Wahad played there after me.
Oh.
But I was like, ain't nobody want to wear a San Jose jersey more than me. So, and my dad had put a San Jose State thing on the back of my car. So he missed me. He wanted me to come back. So I went there as a preferred walk-on. You don't have to try out. But I wrote a story about the lack of black coaches in college basketball during my redshirt year. Nolan Richardson, John Chaney, John Thompson were talking about sitting out a game because of the lack of black coaches. And I wrote a story basically admonishing them, like, why are you talking about it? Do it.
Wow.
What are you waiting on?
And
Do
this
it.
was your freshman. This was what year?
Well, no, I'm like really like a senior
Your
now.
senior year, okay.
Like my 4th year in college. I ain't a kid no more. I'm 21, right? So I write this story, and I said, you know what? Every black college basketball player in the country, in this 93, 94 season, should sit out a game to protest the lack of black coaches. So when the assistant coaches brought me in, he was the only one he was half black, half white guy. And he's like, he brought me in to talk about the story. And I'm like, yeah, coach, did you like it? He's like, no. Coach, I'll say the man's name. Stan Morrison was the head coach. Older white dude. And he's a really smart guy, but, older
Old school,
generation.
Older white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Coach Morrison don't like the story. But where's Coach Morrison at?
You said that.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah,
Well, he wanted me to
exactly.
talk to you about it. And I was like, well, you black, right? He's like, yeah. I said, don't you want to be a head coach one day? You an assistant? Well, yeah. I'm trying to help you out. Well, Coach Morrison said he didn't like the story, and we don't need you to be writing stories like that. That's not representative of our program.
Before you keep going, real quick question. Yeah. Like what kind of platform was that story out on that
I was
people
in the
saw?
school paper.
Oh,
the
that's
Spartan
right.
Daily.
You write for the paper, the school paper.
It was a school paper. But Rod Baker, who worked in the NBA for years, is a scout now.
Yeah.
He was coaching UC Irvine. He actually found me. And after one of the games, I was redshirting, and asked me about the story. Like, wow, like that.
Yeah,
was
so
like
you saw it, yeah.
And so they told me that what you wrote is not indicative of our program. Like the lack of black coaches, like you guys okay with that? Like, and I said, hey, coach, I live at home. Like I'm 21 now, so I ain't this little kid no more, right? Yeah. I got 2 pairs of shoes and wore one of them out. I'm eating at my mama house. I'm watching game film for games I ain't playing in.
Yeah.
When you need me to turn in my grades, I'm the first one to turn in my grades. You got me going to study hall when I'm a senior. Like I'm doing everything y'all asked me to do, but it's the one thing I'm not going to compromise. Mm. And then so after that, I never even talked to Morrison about it, but he started calling me Marcus Aurelius, and I could just see the writing on the wall, man. And so that summer I interned in Grand Rapids. I actually had knee surgery, came back, and first meeting, every walk-on, even the preferred walk-ons, got a tryout. So I had a tryout for a team I already made. And they brought me in a tryout the day I got cleared to just start working out.
I know. Yeah.
Which, like, back, like, thinking about it now, kind of like, so I was, like, on one leg trying out for a team I already made. And, like, I'm playing for my mom's life. It's really cruel now I think about it. And still played well. Next day, we're at an event, and one of the guys found out he made it. There's only supposed to be one walk-on, so why am I at this event if he didn't gave the spot to somebody else? So I walked up to Coach Morrison. I said, Coach, you done told this man he made the team. You said there's one spot. What am I doing here? It's like, well, Mark, your knee is not good. I think it's better that you not play anymore.
Anymore forever? He just told you that you should just quit right now?
He did, like, basically told me it's better for me not to play because of my knee, which is a decision I should make.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. He felt like he could tell you that.
Yeah. But it was I knew what it was. It was a way to kick me off the team.
Because of what he felt about the article.
About that article. And I remember I shook the man's hand, looked him directly in the eyes, walked out, went in my car, cried for 45 minutes. College basketball career is over. Like I tell kids now, like, you don't know, like, when your last game is coming.
Nope.
A lot of times. Most people don't know. My last game was that 32-point game. And I didn't even know that was my last game. I wanted to, like, wear San Jose State with pride, man, and I got kicked off because of a story. Fast forward years later, I make the Hall of Fame, Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Or it's not Memorial, but San Jose State years later, because of my journalism career, they want me to be involved with the school. They want me to be involved with the basketball program. And at first I was bitter and angry and stuff like that. But that man ain't there no more.
Okay.
This is a new group.
Yeah.
They want to celebrate what I'm doing. They want me to be a part of the basketball program and do color on TV. And I hadn't had a chance to do color. It was like my first chance. So I did it. Started doing it for a couple of years, make the Hall of Fame, and during a timeout of one of the games, they put it on the big screen. This is the arena I was supposed to play in. I'm doing color in the arena of the games I'm supposed to play in, and they put it on the big screen. We'd like to congratulate Marc Spears for making the Naismith Hall of Fame, and I got to stand in O.
Wow.
So the place I didn't get to play,
full circle.
I still ended up getting to stand
That's
in.
right. That's right.
I know this is a long, convoluted story,
It
man.
came back full circle.
Yeah.
And the fact that you like you didn't know this, but you standing up for what you believe in actually kind of cost you your last season that you could have possibly had.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even see that coming, but you knew that was something you weren't willing to compromise.
No.
That's crazy.
But then my first job, this is how, like, crazy things are. I'm covering Nolan, I got a job covering Arkansas's football and basketball team for the Tulsa paper.
That's love.
Making like $19,000 before taxes. I was broke.
That buy
Broke,
you,
broke.
that might buy you 2 houses in a car in Arkansas.
Yeah.
You might get 2 houses in a car for 19 in
man.
Arkansas. Boy, you might live like a king.
Hey, you know, you poor when you're like, all right, I'm gonna get my mileage money. That's gonna help me out. Like the drives going up and back.
Yeah.
But I go to the first day of basketball practice I covered, and it's Nolan Richardson there. And it was like, this is the guy I wrote about.
Man.
And now I'm covering him.
Crazy.
And Coach, man, I love Coach. He's one of the most incredible people
Oh,
I
yeah.
met in my life. I'm sure you guys met Coach Richardson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't get enough credit for what he's done. But that was just incredible to me. Like, I wrote about him, got I'm honest for it, and then my first job, he's the first basketball coach I covered.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
no, I mean, we and for the young kids at home, because we obviously played against Arkansas. And
Yep.
we know the reputation.
40 minutes
Can you
of
just
hell.
tell me what an Arkansas practice was like, the 48 minutes of hell or whatever that was?
40
Can you
minutes
just
of
tell me
hell.
what a practice
Oh,
was
man.
like watching Nolan in his element? And
Track meet. Straight up track
Remember how
meet.
you used to trap your ass?
Like,
all the time.
they would like, think about it. It's called 40 minutes of hell.
40 minutes
40
hell.
minutes of hell.
You go in the Bud Walton Arena, like you guys played there.
Yes.
Like,
they got that.
that's like an
Call the
NBA
Pigs.
arena, and they do this, woo,
Pig suey.
pig,
Yeah, that shit's terrible.
suey,
Yeah.
Razorbacks. And I'm an LSU guy now.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Tigers. I'm
it's
sorry.
terrible. Both of them.
But that was you guys know, that was probably the most,
Yes, man.
at
That
y'all
was a
time,
tough
that
place
was
to
probably the,
Hardest
maybe
place.
some
one of the
played
toughest
in
places to play.
Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It was
They
fear
start
when you
call-
walked
they
in
start
that.
calling
Yeah.
those pigs.
You felt fear when you walked in
Yeah.
that motherfucker for
Was
sure.
Nolan coaching still?
Yeah,
Yes.
and they were nice.
Yes.
Joe Johnson.
It
you
was
saw-
nice. Joe, they had Joe Johnson.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Michael
they were-
said
oh,
they
yeah.
had Joe.
And you saw Nolan Richardson standing, so you're already like,
Yeah.
coaches there. And I don't care. One thing I'll say, Coach used to manipulate the refs too. Man.
Oh, yeah.
I sit there and watch it, and he would look at him and like, oh, sorry, I can say
No,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It can change.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
Coach is one of the greatest coaches ever. And if you played against them, you better be in shape. Your handle better be ready.
Mhm.
Your head better be on a swivel. And that shot clock is going to go faster than it ever went. Shout out to Coach Richardson. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he was
real one. Legendary.
legend.
Legendary.
So talk about through the process of everything. Obviously, getting to where you're at now. You've covered and seen all the
99.
elites.
Everything but the win.
Yeah.
All the elites.
Yeah.
All of it.
And I'm not asking you to pick one, but I'm asking you to pick one, like, or a handful. Like, most intriguing people through the process that you've seen, and storytelling wise, not just being elite
Yeah.
athletes, but storytelling wise as well.
I got blessed to get time with the first black player in NBA history,
Wow.
Earl Lloyd.
Wow.
I met him at National Association Black Journalism Convention in like 2002. And I was like, Mr. Lloyd, I'd love to do a story on you. Come to Tennessee, son. So I went to like Crossville, Tennessee, 0.2% black.
Wow.
And I think the 0.2 was him and his wife. There's Confederate flags everywhere and
That's
little
hilarious.
black jockeys on the lawns and stuff.
Man.
But I was like, that time I got with him, interviewing him at the Cracker Barrel. Like,
Cracker Barrel.
I'll never forget that, man. This is like NBA history. This is the first black player in NBA history. And I got time with him.
It's crazy.
So he passed away about 10 years ago.
God rest his soul.
But to say that I got to spend time with that man always means a lot to me. I started covering the NBA in '99, so Melo was the first guy I got to cover. So I saw my Melo had the cornrows and the braids, and he probably hates me telling this story, but when he visited the Nuggets, like
You
Melo,
worked for the Denver Post at the
I
time?
was at the Denver Post. Melo came from nothing, man. There used to be like 8 of them in a 2-bedroom apartment, and they put their money together and get McDonald's and all share it. So when he visited the Nuggets, they took him to this high-end steakhouse. I guess he had never been to one, and he put ketchup on the steak.
Listen.
He's from where he's from.
No
Hey,
doubt.
listen, I had to learn the hard way too. I asked
Yeah.
for steak sauce in the restaurant one time. They told me if it's a good steak, you don't need steak sauce. Okay, but bring that Heinz 57, sir.
Yeah,
Whatever
A1,
you talk
you need
about.
that A1.
Okay, I understand that, but can you
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
that for
yeah.
Heinz 57
Yeah.
or,
Guess,
or
yeah,
A1?
guess what? You don't need Heinz
Yeah.
57. I do.
Yeah, that motherfucker's like, yeah, but if it's a good steak, you don't need steak sauce. Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but I know I want Heinz 57 on it. Bring that here,
Hey,
please,
man,
sir.
high A1 and high 57 is good though.
That's what I thought
fire.
until I got into a steak restaurant. They told me, well, if it's a good steak, you don't need no sauce. Well, I'm paying for it. I want some sauce.
Even though, because we all like had to learn. Like I learned a lot from being around the Cronkies. Got to go walk indoors of money that kind of like raised me up, leveled me up. But you take me to the best steakhouse there. There just happened to be some A1 sitting at the table.
And I'm paying for it. What I want.
I'm like, it's there. I'm gonna use it.
I didn't know you're supposed to have it rare or medium rare. At first, I thought I was like, well, you want your steak well done. I don't want to see no pink in them. I had to learn all that too.
Yeah,
that's just part of the journey.
But I had my first 8 years, I covered the Nuggets, and I got Melo and AI.
I mean, how?
And to see them two play together, man, that's never like really talked about. It was like traveling with a rock band. There was always a lot more women in the crowd for their games. Like, think about this. The powder blue jerseys was sick.
Yes, they were fire.
Them
Yes.
two
Fire.
dudes together.
I know.
Yes.
And a lot of people forget that Melo had that stupid 17 game. Sorry, Commissioner Stern. For punching Marty Collins. He got 17 games. During that suspension is when Iverson got traded there. So they didn't get to play with each other for a month.
Wow.
Because of that suspension. But watching those two play together was incredible. So I got to see that, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
And got to see Chuck and
Bubba
still in
Chuck.
his prime, and Melo, who actually had a rivalry with LeBron in the beginning. See him grow.
So they didn't play. They didn't play many games together. Then I wasn't a thought of it. I
They had
didn't.
a couple seasons.
A couple seasons.
Yeah.
And then they traded him to Detroit
Yeah,
for
Chauncey.
Chauncey.
But they loved each other. They had a lot of respect for each other. Chuck was starting to be on the like decline a little bit, but he
was so good.
But I got to cover him, so I was like, I loved that.
So at that time, you're covering and talking basketball. When's the transition happen when you start really doing authentic stories, not just basketball? Because I know that's your real passion. I can tell by just listening to you right now. It's cool covering Carmelo and Chuck's basketball games.
The game changer was going to the Boston Globe in 2007, and I covered the big three when they showed up. And so I'm covering the Nuggets.
First big three.
Yeah. Well, the second, if you call Bird.
That's the first big
Paul. Which we talking about?
Paul,
KG.
Okay,
Ray.
Did you cover him when they checked out?
When y'all checked them out?
Just ask. Yeah.
No,
I was asking for a friend.
Did you cover that part too, Paul?
Yeah, I didn't cover that.
Okay, I just had to ask. Okay, we can move on. I just had to ask.
I was there the 2 years. When KG, I had an interview set up when KG got traded there, and I was like, I got to get this job. And it was, I remember Rick Bucher telling me, you're doing really well covering the Nuggets, but nobody's reading you.
Yeah.
He said, but if you get this job, people are going to pay attention to what you're doing. So I got that job, covered them dudes. We went to like Italy and London for training camp, and I'm like, oh, they're going to win it.
You could tell then.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell they're going to be special. And I think the best thing that happened to them. What did you see that was special?
What did you see that made you say that?
They all bought in. The sacrifice, and I think it started with Doc and Kevin. Like, if Kevin wanted to, when he was in his prime, he could average 30.
Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
But he was like, what do we need to do to win? I haven't won anything. This is the best team I'm playing on. They got great players around them. Even at the end of the season, adding Sam Cassell and P.J. Brown.
Yes, P.J. Brown was huge. Shout out OG.
Yeah. And they had a young Rondo, and KG had instilled confidence in Rondo, because before then he didn't even really play much.
Yeah.
But when Kevin said, anything is possible, if you look, I'm standing behind him. So that job changed my career. I'll die on the hill that if Kevin Garnett doesn't blow out his knee that next year, that they would have had a dynasty there. They were really good.
They were.
But in 2009,
I
I ended up getting my first NBA job with Yahoo Sports. Woj was there. He was in New York. I actually wanted to move to Toronto.
Wow.
I wanted to live in a different country.
Really?
I'm just a different cat like that. I knew me and Masai were good friends. I'm like, I want to cover the NBA from Canada. And they wouldn't let me do it. So they said I had to move out west, and I moved back home to the Bay. And the Warriors had a rookie named Steph Curry.
Your time is pretty damn good, Coach.
Man.
So I got to see bad ankle Steph.
Isn't that crazy? Like people understand, like Steph was like when Steph got his first like major deal, second contract, everyone thought they overpaid his ass at the time.
Yeah.
Remember that? They're like,
that's why everybody like yelling at Nico for the Nike. Steph wasn't that.
Man,
he wasn't even an All-Star
man,
yet.
listen, and I mean this, like when he got
This
that
is out of
deal,
respect
yeah,
percentage.
100%. When he got that deal, like it was like 70 million. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
They thought they overpaid him,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, he
Because
had
of
been
ankle
healthy.
injuries that kept occurring.
Yes,
Was it
yeah, and like I'm like,
and the Warriors fans, if they were honest, I bet you they would have been more comfortable with them trading him than Monte at the time.
you're probably right.
Because they were really upset about the Warriors were such a downtrodden franchise at that time that they were more in love with somebody that could put up 30 than winning games.
Yeah.
They just never won. They were awful forever.
Yes.
Forever. Except for the last 10 years, this is one of the most awful franchises in sports. Right? No, I'm just and
I mean, they
so,
had to run obviously with BD and those guys, but you're right. That was it.
Like,
you can't think of much else.
I love all these former Warriors dudes, but the fact that so much was made about Run TMC that played 2 seasons together, and so much was made about, respectfully, a We Believe team that went to the second round. Like that shows you how bad they were.
Good point.
But the Curry influence, when he got cooking and got going with Clay and Draymond and a good team around it, he had an effect on the Bay. Like growing up in the Bay, I saw Montana, Rice, Ricky Henderson, Barry Bonds. Like I saw the best of the best, like Jim Plunkett, going back, like, but Steph united the Bay. He got old ladies loving basketball that didn't even watch basketball, wearing 30 jerseys. And you couldn't go into a restaurant in the Bay and expect somebody to eat food there on a Warriors night unless you had a TV on. So there was a restaurant I like, and they had Curry effect on the wall. They did not want a TV, but nobody came to have dinner there unless on Warriors game nights, unless you had a TV.
Wow.
And so they put a TV in there. So like Steph's influence on the Bay.
That's crazy.
Is incredible.
Yes.
He got cred in the hood of Oakland. He like with Mr. Fab, and he go play pickup sometimes out there, like little events and stuff. Yeah. If somebody so much said that Steph is here in the Bay and something was happening to him, dudes from Oakland would come in droves.
As they should.
To save him.
As they should.
Like he is a god there.
As they should.
And the day he retires in the Bay, you're going to see a lot of people crying.
As they should.
And you guys know him. He's even a better person than he is.
He's unbelievable.
As a player.
He deserves everything he gets.
Yeah.
His family's unbelievable.
He's a great person.
So even though I was covering the NBA, I got to be around that rise. And then in 2016, I went to ESPN, undefeated at the time. They said, hey, we got a job covering the NBA, and we just want you to write long-form stories on black athletes.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah.
In the lane you were in.
Yeah.
And how you stood on the things that you stood on and how you felt the way you felt and how you were honest about how you felt. It can be lonely sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we talked about mentorship early. And I understand as a mentor of a lot of young guys, what it means to be a mentor. But who mentors the mentor sometimes?
Yeah.
Is a question that I often find myself trying to ask. Like, who do I go to when I need to talk to somebody? Or who do I go to that helps me with answers?
Well,
your relationship with David Aldridge and guys.
Yeah.
Like those guys. Talk about the mentorship of those guys and how they impacted you in your lane.
Well, first of all, I had to give a guy named Mike Monroe a shout out.
Okay.
When I covered the Denver Post, he was the NBA writer there. And he easily could have been like.
Really?
And he was a veteran NBA writer, put his arm around me. And he's a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame as a writer, and basically took me under his wing. He didn't have to do that.
Yes.
So I always got love for Mike Monroe. And I also got love always for any like white journalist that would really help a black journalist out. Like, you know what I mean? Because that tells me that you're not even seeing race.
That's why I love Mike.
I
love Mike.
He's just a human to me.
My white roommate that helped the black brother out.
Yeah, like he just was a
Love
good
you, boy.
people.
Love you too, my brother.
And then, but David Aldridge, to me, David taught me the importance of, and tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I try to do when I'm on TV. Like every time I'm on, I want to tell you something you don't know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I got that from David Aldridge.
Yes. Yes.
I got that from him. And then there was a guy, I'm dating myself, see if you guys remember him, Roscoe Nance from USA Today.
I don't know that name.
So when I started covering the NBA or the Nuggets, and I would see Roscoe, like whoever you guys like idolize as an NBA player when you got to be around him, like I would sit next to him in press conferences and listen to how he asked questions, and it was just like if Roscoe was there, God rest his soul, I'm
right there.
I'm right there.
Dope.
And so guys like that helped me out. Like, but all the like older black writers, man, like Art Thompson III, and there was a bunch of guys in Detroit. Like they all used to like look out for me and take me under their wing, and
so there was a fraternity, but it was kind of quiet. But it was a group of black journalists. It was a group.
Brad Turner from the LA Times still works there. He's the one that convinced me to like start. I got offered a job to stay in Louisville, Kentucky, to continue to cover college basketball, and then I got the Nuggets offer, and he's like, "Man, stop tripping, come cover the NBA." So like, shout out to Brad Turner. So it was a lot of different guys that, certainly like helped me along the way, but I feel like I paid it forward, and I continue to pay it forward. Kelly Iko covers the Rockets for The Athletic. He came up to me in front of my wife yesterday and was like, "My OG, this is my OG." It's weird when somebody called me OG.
Yeah,
but like,
I know.
You did, like, I don't even remember like telling him like, "Hey man, you ain't gotta wear a suit, but you gotta like pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
People are watching you. We gotta be a little bit different with how we carry ourselves." Nigerian guy, and he took that to heart.
Yes, sir.
Took that more serious about just being professional when you're at work. I'm just saying stuff. I don't know if they listen or not. Some people ain't always gonna listen.
No, when you speak,
your job is to say it though.
Yeah, most people when you speak, we listen.
Yeah.
From this side of things, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the younger generation could be a little different now, so I kind of
they get on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah,
Man, let's not talk about them.
No, I'm gonna be me.
Man.
Be you.
Man, goddamn.
I'm more judicious about what I say.
Drive me crazy, man. I don't know.
But if they like, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, because you never know who's watching, man.
Not to switch gears.
Yeah.
But we have a too easy segment presented by Morgan and Morgan.
I know. I'm just running my mouth.
No, it's good. Shoot, I like it.
We love the ones that just flow.
Yes.
We love that's when you gotta like pull teeth in a podcast. Afterwards, me and Mike gonna talk about you.
Oh man.
Hey,
like, producers, you can make it shorter.
Yeah, no, but we don't want shorter. We want. This is great.
No, this is
what I will
great,
say
we
this:
can keep
you've
going.
covered over 18 NBA finals.
No, it's more than that.
How many more?
No, they haven't updated my bio.
How many is it?
18? It's more than that.
No, it's I've been covering NBA for 26 years. I've covered 25.
So 25 NBA finals.
25 All-Star.
25 NBA.
Woo!
finals.
So this too easy segment presented by Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah.
Give me the most dominant finals performance you've ever seen where a guy's made it look the easiest. A player, one single player, has made it look so easy.
Iverson, Game 1, Lakers, step over.
Ty Lue.
Only game they won of the series.
Only game they won of the series.
Only game they won.
Talent level on both sides was extremely different. But that game, man, like the only game they won, he was special.
He was so
Man.
good.
And
Had so much
like the
heart,
step
boy.
over, I still remember it. Shout out to T. Lue. But that game, I was like, ooh.
How special was Allen
Like
Iverson?
in Staples, beat Kobe in Shaq.
In
He didn't have a. It was like David and Goliath, man. He was
Matter of fact,
David.
he turning 50 soon, right?
I like, I would really like to go watch that game over again.
Oh, I actually am going to actually.
Yeah, you
gonna
watch
watch
it. You maybe want to watch it again too.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things I don't remember about the game, but I remember the step over. You don't remember. You don't forget that.
No, because there was like, oh shoot, they won that game. They didn't win a game, another one, but he was special. That was his only finals appearance.
Here is a dirty little secret that insurance industry may want to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way, they can keep those profits growing. Morgan & Morgan, fights hard against these corporations, a fight to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want juries to think that at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance companies who are covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they're almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fights hard for their clients, and these corporations know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. That's $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another recent client in Florida received $20 million. Last offer, zero. There's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. That's forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. This, my friends, is a paid advertisement.
I mean, but you got to think about it. Like, they didn't win it, but how much the city of Philly loves him.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like we had the Morris, the twins on. They were talking about how he used to sell out TGIF Fridays.
Yeah.
That's why I sent you that text message.
Exactly.
The goddamn tab was 40,000. Like that's the city. Like come, go, that's the city.
Are
Like
we on a
they
time
love
crunch?
you.
Can I
No,
talk
no,
about
No,
it?
hell
go.
no. Tell the story.
Like one time, me, him, Chucky Atkins, we went to dinner or lunch.
Chucky Atkins, a Florida guy.
Yeah.
In Orlando.
Fit right in. He
Chucky's
fit right
like,
in.
I played with Chuck.
Chucky's like, let's go to lunch, and Chuck's coming with me. You, Chuck? No, Chuck's
Chuck.
coming. I'm like, Chuck's coming? Oh man, let's go.
Let's go.
So we go to this steakhouse. Hey, I don't care what the level is. He gonna be him. He shows up. We're all dressed nice. It was like Ruth Chris or something. Flip flops, basketball shorts, white beater. We're like Ruth Chris, man. Yankee cap, do rag underneath, and it was like, remember E.F. Hutton? Remember that commercial? When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. Whatever. I've never been in a restaurant where you can hear a pin drop, because everybody was trying to eavesdrop and
See
listen
what
to him
Chuck was talking about.
tell stories. But when Chuck tells stories, hey, y'all been to dinner with Chuck?
Now I ain't been to dinner with him, but I've been around him in the casino.
He got to stand up.
Uh-oh.
So he's standing up in the restaurant telling his stories, and his voice is so like a booming voice, like everybody can hear this, but the whole restaurant was like wanting to hear his story. But he had to stand up to tell the story. But I like probably the coolest day of my career. Allen goes in the Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame is incredible, and I'm covering it. Shaq, Yao, Iverson, Lisa Leslie.
It is unbelievable.
I remember that actually. 'Cause
Right.
I think D-Wade. I think D-Wade was the one who he had Iverson enshrined D-Wade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have, and the way it goes with the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
is
you gotta
somebody
bring
that be
somebody,
in, bring
yeah.
somebody in. Okay.
So I found out this story later. Shaq had a private jet. Iverson found out that Shaq had a private jet, but he didn't get one. So Allen's like, I get there when y'all get me my PJ.
Oh,
Stood on business. Go jacket my
So
ass.
they had a press conference. Allen ain't there. Shaq there, Lisa, Yao, the other folks. Allen ain't there. Shaq's mad. And I didn't understand why he was mad at the
Yeah,
time.
why was he
but
mad? Why big fella was mad?
Shaq being Shaq. But he was mad. I don't know if he was mad because Allen won.
He got his PJ.
He was irritated that Allen wasn't there yet. And everybody else was doing all this stuff, but Allen wasn't there. So all of a sudden, Allen shows up like a bat out of hell, right? The press conference over, but we're getting them at tables. He comes up, Yankee hat, like the same gear.
Same gear.
T-shirt, long tee, white tee, shorts. His guy says, yo, man, come in the back real quick. He runs in the back. I have the video. He puts the jacket on him, the Hall of Fame jacket. He runs back, but he still got the Yankee cap on, right? And he's sitting down, he's doing the interview, and a guy from the Associated Press, he goes, can you tell us why you were late? It was almost like practice.
Yeah.
Like, why we got to talk about that?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Why we got to talk about that, man?
Exactly.
That's we got to be focused on the Hall of Fame. We don't need to be talking about why I'm late.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And then Alan was so amazing, as he always was, interviewing him. He starts crying. It's like going to a Mary J. Blige concert, right? He's bringing you through all these different emotions of his life, right? And he's like, tells us these great stories. And so I'm on SportsCenter later that night, and first question, they asked me about Alan being late. I'm like, I mean, Alan always comes late to stuff. I said, I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me. I said, but when he's there, it's incredible.
Yes.
You forget he's late.
Yes.
He's present. His storytelling is amazing. His story is amazing. Like after 30 seconds, I forgot he was late. Like that, but that's just the aura of Allen Iverson.
Yes.
So after they had a Hall of Fame event that night, he's walking out. He sees me. He's with his boys. That's my man there, man. That's my man, Marc. Marc, that's my man. Man, he was on SportsCenter today, and he could have killed me for being late. But no, that's my man.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing like that, man. I love him, man. I said, man, I love you too. So he gave me a hug from a whole bunch of people. And a bunch of other, and each one of his boys came up and dapped me up, gave me a hug. That's the coolest I ever felt in my life, man.
That's what's up.
Like Allen Iverson, publicly,
Let me tell you something. That is cool.
No, that's
like you couldn't tell me
feeling.
that day. I'm like,
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I had a chance to early on in my career. I was out here in Vegas with Antoine Walker. We were hanging out, and him and AI, gambling at a table, and just be at the table with AI. That shit was one of my proudest moments.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't had the funds to gamble with them. I was just spectating. But just to be at the table and hang around and hang out with AI at that moment, that was one of the coolest moments that I ever had. You know what I'm saying? That was like my rookie, second, third year. It was early on in my career. You know what I'm saying?
But
I know that impact that he had.
I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the impact Kobe Bryant had on me.
Being
I don't know why he liked me, but he did. I think I asked a lot of introspective questions. I minored in psychology, and I used a lot of that. So he said, man, you're always asking these Dr. Seuss-ass questions, right? But for some reason, he liked me, and if I would email him, tell him when I was coming, and the reporters in L.A. would get pissed because he would do them, and then he'd give me my own time.
Dope.
And so one time,
he said you asked Dr. Seuss.
Seuss, but he liked my questions. Like they were deeper questions.
Questions made him think.
So one time I show up, bro. I'm in this beautiful Adidas sweatsuit. I'm a hard guy to fit. It's 3XLT, fit right. I had the shoes to match, all black. Had the black T-shirt underneath. You couldn't tell me nothing that day. and Bean said he would talk to me after practice. So meet him after practice, and he's looking at me like with disgust. I'm like, and Nico was with him. He's like, why are you disrespecting me like that?
Oh, because you had Adidas on, huh?
Bro. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you wearing that shit? And I looked and it hit me like, oh. He said, I ain't doing an interview. I'm like, dog, I flew out here to talk to you. What you mean you ain't doing an interview? I ain't interviewing you wearing that shit. I'm like, what, you want me to take it all off? He's like, yeah. I'm like, come on, man.
Dead ass serious. He was dead ass serious.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go home. I'm going to give you the interview, but when you go home, I'm going to need you to film you throwing that shit away and send me the video.
Damn.
I'm talking about stood on business. He was like, so if you're willing to do that, we could conduct the interview. Bet.
That's about as real as it
filmed
get
it and sent it to him?
As real as it get right there.
I did the interview. At that time, I lived in an apartment that had a trash chute. And a friend I was hanging out with at the time filmed it. Dropped it in a trash chute, filmed it, sent it to him. And I think he respected that.
Oh, sure he did.
That's crazy.
I think he was testing me.
Exactly right.
That's gangster.
But he always looked out for me, always gave me exclusive interviews. His last game in Oakland, only time I ever sat in the training room was because he told me to come there and
How
sit
dope
with
was
him.
that?
When I got the job at the Undefeated Landscape, he sent me an email saying, congrats.
That's dope.
What can I do to help you?
That's dope.
He's such a
And
legend too, bro. Yeah.
The weekend that he passed, I was sending him an email that weekend, see if I could get an early Hall of Fame interview from him. I was gonna send that Monday, because it was a Sunday. I always remember it was a Sunday morning, and y'all know if it's on TMZ and it's LA, it's real. If it's TMZ in LA, it's real. And I just saw that come over on Twitter, and it's probably the hardest story I ever had to write in my life, because I got a call from my editor, and he's like, I need a story in 90 minutes on Kobe.
You had to write that.
The morning. Like, after he passed, I had to immediately, like,
gather your emotions,
flip into work mode and write a story about this man's passing.
Yeah.
Hardest story I ever had to write. And
bet.
somehow,
it's still tough to talk about.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's still tough to talk about.
I ain't come to peace with it. I don't think any of y'all
No.
have.
No.
I don't know if we ever will.
No.
And I've only competed against him and shook his hands after games, and that's still tough for me to process. Like I don't.
Yeah. Like, I can't watch, and I've been a part of it, some of the documentaries done on it. I can't watch it.
Nah, I
That
can't.
dude he was so amazing. Like, I wish the players could see.
But in every aspect, though, Mark.
No, I'm not even talking about basketball.
Yeah, in every aspect.
Yeah.
So what he would do is, and Draymond does this now, if he meets somebody, like I took Draymond to see Branford Marsalis in concert, jazz saxophonist, one of the greatest in the world, and Draymond grilled Branford afterwards about the teamwork between the band. Kobe was doing that. So if Kobe met somebody, they would be all nervous and stuff like that, but he would make them relax by knowing who they were and saying their name and knowing their background. And then, oh, you're an expert in this, I'm gonna squeeze this from you and find out what makes you great. And so I really feel like if he was still here, I feel like he'd have been a few people on this planet that would have figured out a way to help unite this country in
He was
in
polarizing.
challenging times.
He was unbelievable.
He was a special person. Man.
No,
He was.
really
Hey,
smart.
Before we get out of here, though, Mark.
And I'm sorry, bro.
No,
I know
you're
I've
good.
been
No, I
talking.
love it.
No,
I love
it's
it.
good
That was-
because we all feel that.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I'm
before
saying?
we get out of here, we
all
always
feel
do
that.
OG advice. I usually let the OG do it. But we're going to give you the OG advice today. For anyone growing up, looking at trying to be even a young writer, anything in life really, just OG advice before we head out of here for the listeners.
I always, when they ask me, the young journalists ask me this, I'm like, but I think it applies to everything. Differentiate yourself from everybody else. What are you doing that's different? There's a lot of people that write, but what are you doing that's different? How do you make yourself stand out in the crowd? And so a lot of times I'll literally like sit in my office and I'll look at the standings and go by, not to look at the standings, but to look at the name of the teams. And I think about the players of the teams and I think about their lives, and I might even go look on IG and see what they're doing and try to find a story about them that's interesting that nobody's thinking about.
Wow.
Right? But I watch a lot of basketball too, so he knows I did Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I feel like I got a really good eye.
Yeah.
Like I saw Clay and Dame,
Yeah.
Paul George. Like I wrote them as like sleepers before they came out.
Yeah.
And I think Jeremiah is one of them.
Yep.
So I got ahead on trying to get ahead on things, meeting the players before they. I already know Dylan Harper.
Yep.
Yes.
I met Ace Bailey before. I talked to Cooper
Yeah.
Flag before. Come on, Maluwatch. I met him in Africa.
Yeah.
Like I try to get ahead.
Yeah.
So I think the two main thing is differentiate yourself and always stay 2 steps ahead of the posse.
Listen, you said differentiate yourself, man, and it's just one thing because it made me think of something that I wanted to touch on earlier. The Cabernet and conversations. Wine is so big in the NBA. Wine is not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm more of I'll take a little shot of that little yak or something like that, keep it pushing. But wine is
if you
huge
get
in the
my
NBA.
world,
So when you talk about that, where did that come from? Because that's huge. It's huge in the NBA. you enjoy it, and you bring that together with conversations, and you get authentic conversations out of people. So that was something that you did.
I think I had the coolest side job of any NBA reporter. I'm a wine ambassador for Kendall Jackson Wine. Shout out to Kendall Jackson Wine. Yes. Kendall Jackson Wine became official wine of NBA, WNBA, and USA basketball. Me being from the Bay, it's like y'all being with the beach in Miami, right? Or South Dakota with Cal, right? Like, wine is in our blood. I started liking wine when I was 10.
Damn.
Just going into tasting room, and just smelling it from the barrels like I was in. Napa Valley's 50 minutes away. But I had an affinity for wine. I was putting on social media. I think if you put on social media what you love, at some point, whoever's in that industry, if they feel like you're could have some influence, they're going to bring you in. And when Kendall Jackson signed a deal with the NBA, WNBA, USA basketball last year, they needed to bring somebody in who could help them bridge the gap between the NBA and them. They didn't know anybody. So luckily with people I know, I've been doing wine dinners with them. And I'm actually going to WNBA weekend to do a Valkyrie's lunch.
Man, the Valkyries.
And Stephanie White from the Fever, because Kendall Jackson sponsors the Fever and the Valkyries. I got to go to WNBA All-Star to do those.
That's gonna be fun.
But I've been done dinners with Dirk, Perk, Grant Hill, Isaiah Thomas, some Candace Parker, wine dinners. Like they paid me to do that, and they send me free wine.
That's so good.
So listen, I sip a little wine with you.
Can I have them send you guys some
stuff? I would love some.
I will sip a little wine with you, my brother. I will.
Because people that say they don't like it, I mean, what kind of?
I ain't found nothing I like. I should say this. I haven't found what I like.
What do you love?
I don't like dry.
No, but I'm not talking about wine.
Oh,
what's your spirit of choice?
I don't really have. I just like to get up, Marc. So it ain't really what I drink. It's how it makes me feel.
You ain't drinking the stuff you drank as a kid.
I drink tequila. I only drink tequila.
But you ain't drinking the tequila you drank when you
Hell no. I drink usually it's the 1942.
Right?
It's the 1942.
There's levels, right?
It's the
maybe Bron sent me some of his.
No, excuse me, Lobos.
Yeah.
And also the one MJ got with Jimmy Bust them.
There's levels. You're not drinking this.
No, hell no.
So
Patron,
my point is,
hell no, I ain't drinking no Patron.
My point is, there's levels to wine, right?
Okay.
So when you drinking the elite wine, you know.
Oh, so you saying I've been drinking Champipple?
Probably.
No, like, because, for example,
I trust you. So when you put me on,
most of the wine, like when you go to company functions, is garbage.
Yeah.
What about ours last night?
No, y'all had some good stuff, but I knew how to get it. No.
Damn, y'all had a company function and you ain't invite me?
We did invite you.
That's that. You only invite me to the podcast. That's it, because I'd be your co-host.
You got to know where the good wine is. I knew where the good wine, and I saw it when I got there, so I already knew. But once you had the good ones, and then the experience of going to these beautiful wineries,
all my guys are into it. Everybody I hang out with is into it.
No, but it's a vibe, bro. I'm telling you. Like, they got wineries on top of hills. Like, you drive up, it's like you're driving through a postcard.
I mean, everybody talk
Y'all
about
come out, we'll do the show out there.
There you go. That'd be fire.
I'm with it.
Fire.
Like, there's a place called La Jolla. That's Luca's favorite wine. And it's overlooking the whole Napa Valley. I'll get y'all a show from there.
That'd be so good.
Say less.
That'd be so good.
Say less. And I guarantee I drink some
And then
wine.
after you go out of there, you're like, yeah, bro, he gonna be holding wine like this, like Dwayne Wade from the bottom, smelling it.
I'll be looking at him. I'll be wanting to say, D, what the f is you smelling for?
Once you get converted, once you in,
what it
you
smell
still
like?
going back.
He do that shaking.
Next thing you know, he at the Bron dinners bringing a $2,000 bottle in.
How long it take for the residue to fall off the side of the glass when you shake it is how good it is. I don't give a because it don't matter when you drink it. So I'm trying to understand, Marc.
There's a difference.
Okay,
There's levels.
Oh, so you know. Says the cat that has 16 Budweisers on set yesterday.
I'm gonna drink beer most of the time. You know that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was fortunate enough.
So you got bottles at the crib?
Oh yeah, tons. Okay. But I used to be at Cronky's and they'd open those Screaming Eagles up.
You know what Screaming Eagle is?
And if you go if you go to anything to Screaming Eagle,
how much that bottle cost? $3.
Ooh.
started 3.
Ooh, yeah.
The only,
but he brought
the only
brought
one I used to know for sure
Papa
was
State brought
Opus
some
1.
Magnum.
And I just knew Opus 1 because I saw Zoe get it one time. And I was
Yeah.
like, I know that's
But that was
good because
good,
Zoe
though.
got it.
That was.
I was like, Zoe got that shit. I know that got to be
But
good.
that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
That
good.
was,
It was
then
good.
there's a different.
Yeah, it was good.
Screaming Eagle tastes like butter. It's so good.
Yeah, it's not Sutter Home.
I just don't like dry. So
Yeah,
you give me
yeah.
something that ain't dry, I could do.
I'm a curate
Let's do
something
it.
that's gonna be mailed to both y'all
Appreciate it.
Say less.
from Kendall Jackson.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Mark, we appreciate you
My
coming in, bro.
CNC brother.
Love you
Absolute,
both, man.
absolute legend, man. For
Love you
real.
both.
Thank you so much for coming on.
That
Thank
was
you so
fun.
much. That was awesome. OG's out.